This is Kyle Wright, and you're watching On Deck with Tyler Redmond.
Hello, baseball fans. You're watching On Deck with Tyler Redmond.
Now, it's been a crazy ride in the World Series. I think we all can agree, right? You win game one with Charlie Morton breaking his leg. You lose game two with Max Fried not being on his game. You win game three and almost a no-hitter. You win game four in a bullpen game against Zach Greinke, which I can't believe I'm saying that. But it's been a crazy ride, and that's what the postseason is about. But what will happen moving forward? Well, game five starts tonight, 7:15. You're not going to want to miss it, whether you are at home watching it on TV, whether you're in the Battery like I'll be tonight, or whether you're in the stadium watching it for yourself. You're not going to want to miss this. And we're going to talk about game five real quick. The Braves do have another bullpen game scheduled. This would have been Charlie Morton's second start in the series, but unfortunately that is not in the cards for the Braves. So they have not announced an opener yet, and I started, digging around on Twitter to see what I could find out from, Mark Bowman and crew. And Mark Bowman actually tweeted this morning that he puts money that it will be A.J. Minter. Actually, he put Kevin McAlpin's car on that deal. But he also mentioned that Jesse Chavez may get the call. Now, depending on that decision, I would think the Braves, if they choose A.J. Minter, would try and get at least 2 innings out of Minter. And I say that because, one, he's been solid. He's got a 2.45 ERA in the postseason, 1 run given up, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. He doesn't walk people, and that's what you need out of a guy in this role for tonight. He's been good, and he's done this before as well. We know how limited last year's staff was, probably more limited than this year's staff significantly. And he was used in a starter role in the NLCS versus the Dodgers. Now, the Braves did not win the game, but A.J. Minter threw 3 scoreless to kick it off. And had the Braves won that series, I think it would be remembered a lot more fondly. But unfortunately, it wasn't to go that way. Anyway, A.J. Minter had a great outing as a starter in that regard. Couldn't go 5 innings, but we'll take it in a bullpen game. Now, I know a lot of us don't like the sound of bullpen games. Sounds like an automatic loss to a lot of us, and I get that. I've actually been checking out, what fans are saying on Twitter, knowledgeable fans, and a lot of you guys are saying that, we should just start Fried on short rest. This is the World Series. It doesn't have a bigger stage than this. Put your ace on the mound. One, it's not going to happen. Snit is old school, and honestly, it's not smart baseball. If the Braves don't win it tonight, you don't want to lose your guy going into game 6 and 7. And if he pitches more than 2 or 3 innings, I don't see how he pitches game 6, much less maybe game 7. But I just don't think you want to do that. I just don't think it's smart baseball. But you also want him on the road. You don't want to throw a bullpen game if they don't win tonight. You don't want to throw a bullpen game on the road because, if this series has showed us anything, if this postseason has showed us anything, it's that the Braves have a very strong advantage at home. You don't want to lose that by going on the road in a bullpen game. If it does happen, I think you may see it in the later innings, and that's just if the Braves have a heavy lead. I really don't think it's going to happen. I don't think you see Fried on the mound. I just don't. I think with the current situation, down Morton, the best option is a bullpen game. Now, with that said, much like Kyle Wright last night, I think there is a surprise coming our way. One that our fans of the young guys of the Stripers will like. Do you remember Tucker Davidson? He came up a little bit this year. If you're a casual fan, you probably don't know this guy. It's kind of a deep cut, but it is a formidable replacement for Charlie Morton. No comparison here, but it is a guy that has some nasty stuff and is a quality pitcher. He's got a total of 5 games at the major league level, and I know that's going to raise a lot of eyebrows. 3.60 ERA with no wins and no losses. And I know these numbers are not jumping off the page. I'm very aware of that. But he hasn't had the time to post the stats to impress you. But he has been great in the minors. Take my word for it. And if Dylan Lee showed us anything, Snit is willing to give some guys chances. This particular opportunity and chance to be given actually has a lot of benefit for the Braves, and they need that right now, and that benefit is length. They need a starter with length. Morton was out after the 3rd inning. Anderson out after 5. Free gave him 6, but there still hasn't been a lot of length given out of the starters. But the bullpen has had to make up for a lot of innings, and the more they throw, the shakier it gets. So 2 bullpen games back-to-back doesn't set up well. I think you might see a surprise starter here, and Tucker Davidson just fits the card. Now, with that said, I'm not asking for a no-hitter out of Tucker Davidson. Just a few quality innings. He may not start the game. He may come in 2nd or 3rd inning and throw 2 or 3. But make no mistake, Tucker Davidson is well on his way to a great career. He's a guy that a lot of us are going to be familiar with very soon. He's not a pushover. The Astros have also never seen him, which could be a serious advantage for him. And look, if he starts, they might come out guns a-blazing and tear him up. But don't take away from what Tucker could do given the opportunity. Now, it is not the time to throw everything at the Astros. And I don't think Snit's mindset is to radically change a plan that he's had since the beginning. I just don't think so. With that said, guys, it's just a prediction and anything can happen in an elimination game in the World Series if history tells us anything. But the Braves have played smart baseball all the way through it, and they've been doing it for a long time. Through the rebuild years, to the postseason failures, to the players we've lost to injury, the trade deadline this year, credit Alex Anthopoulos, to the 13-game win streak, clinching the division, beating the Brewers in the NLDS, beating the Dodgers in the NLCS, all the way to now having a 3-1 lead in the World Series. This team wasn't supposed to be here, and from the start, but this team will also not be denied. The attitude, the momentum, and all the right things are in the Braves' favor right now. Don't lose the faith. Rock your pearls, swing your swords, hug a panda, whatever it takes. Root on these Braves tonight because they're here, they're real, and frankly, I like our chances. I'll see you at the Battery tonight. Make sure you're there. Make sure you're out somewhere watching the Braves because I promise it's going to be great television. You're not going to want to miss Game 5 and, if necessary, Game 6 and Game 7. But here's to hoping they win in the city of Atlanta because Atlanta deserves it. With that said, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you later. Hopefully the Braves can bring it home tonight, and we'll have a great talk tomorrow. With that out of the way, guys, see you next time right here at On Deck.
Baseball fans, make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to this channel. As always, thank you for your support.